All right, I think I got it. Here's the link.
All right.
Yo, God, we got a lot to talk about. All right.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I got the chat. It's good to go. Okay.
There we go.
Full screen this. Pull this up.
Turn this fucking other monitor down over here.
All right, we're good. Yo, how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, we're live, dude.
Live.
If you're here, welcome to Windfall Podcast number dos. Yeah, number 2. I got a lot of stuff we're going to kind of talk about today. We're just kind of relaxing. Definitely apologize for the podcast being a little late. It is pretty late. But a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff we had to make sure was right before we went live. So if you are here, we appreciate you. Or you're a night owl, one of the two, you know. Yeah. Want to say anything with that, Gator? You know, you can introduce yourself.
I mean,
You're vibing.
if they don't know me by now, dude, they ain't going to. So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, like I said, welcome to Windfall Podcast number 2. So a couple things just to start off the podcast, guys. Definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the new followers of Windfall. We got a lot of people in the community that have followed. I think we had like 60 or 70 new people in the Discord in the past 2 weeks. So that's kind of crazy to think about, especially when we first started out. If somebody in a day was like, "Hey, here's 70 people in a Discord," I probably would have pooped a little. Okay, I'd be like, I don't even know how to handle that. So that's awesome. Appreciate you guys. We've got a lot of new YouTube video content out on YouTube as well. I worked really hard on a video with a couple people. Took some insight from a couple people on it as well. And I took a lot of feedback from players from our team on our org on a video. And it's hit over 4K on YouTube. So that is one of the most successful videos not only Windfall's done. I know it's one of the most successful videos I've ever done. So really something that I think me and Gator definitely both agree on is coming out with some content that meets those standards and not only hits those standards, but continues good content down the line. So we're really going to have to think about, what we're releasing on YouTube. So if you've noticed, there hasn't been a YouTube video posted right away. That's because we want to make sure the video is right and done right and kind of raising the standard of what our content looks like. But we appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's literally awesome that we hit that number. I was happy to hit 1,000. So we'll continue to look at it, see where that goes in future content. And then I just want to say thank you for the support of WF kind of heading into Valorant as well. What do you think on that, Gator?
I mean, the only thing I gotta say about it is, while everybody here knows that Taylor's gonna be gone for a little while, he's still gonna be helping run everything during this time. While he's not here to help drive content, we are going to be looking at doing some like intro videos for specific players to help steer a circle of love, as you would call it, around, so that everybody can benefit off of it. And it's one of the things that we'll be getting into at a later date, and we'll be getting with those players so that we can make sure that everybody's on the same track, on the same page, so that we can maintain our only way to say it is maintain our integrity with our content. And that's about all I have on that point.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna get mushy gushy today, guys. I'll definitely do a podcast right before I leave for you guys. So I'll leave that stuff on what I'm gonna say about that then. But we have a lot of people in WF that will make sure that everything's carried over. Well, I feel pretty good about that. So the first topic today is just Fortnite, man. You guys know it. We all started with Fortnite. Got a couple things to talk about in Fortnite. I'm also kind of on this podcast. I definitely want to recognize people in chat. I see you guys. We're definitely going to be reading chat. So if you guys have any questions or anything as we go through the podcast, let us know in the comments. Let us know in chat live. We'll definitely respond to you. I appreciate you guys that are here right now. I can't even see the viewer count or anything because I got my notepad up, but I can see the chat. So I appreciate you guys. Yeah, you go ahead.
Real quick. Keep in mind, fellas, that there is a slight delay so that whenever you answer your question, it won't be answered exactly as you ask it, but we will get to any questions you have to ask.
My man. What would I do without you? All right. So in Fortnite, guys, we're not here to really report all the drama that's kind of going on this week. You know, you got the Mr. Beast drama, you got Ninja and Tfue going toe to toe, second time, and this one was a lot more kind of dirty sided than the last. So I'm gonna stay out of that. But something that we can talk about is the threes in the FNCS, and they also teased that threes and trios would be in the World Cup this year. Yeah, so my opinion on that, man, I think that they're definitely holding out for good reasons. You've got a lot of stuff coming out, such as Valorant. You've got other games on the rise, and I think that they're waiting for the perfect time to announce where they know that they can battle these other big title games that are going to be releasing periodically throughout the rest of the year. Yeah, so we're on the threes FNCS topic, Gator, just so you know.
Yeah.
So my opinion on that too, you know, in the last threes FNCS, I feel like you had a mix between 50% players that were on keyboard, and you had another 50% of players that were on controllers. In the last World Cup, there weren't that many. I think there was 3 or 4 controller players.
That placed high, if that.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 that made it to World Cup, which is kind of crazy. You know, I think is Wolfie's on controller?
Yes, Wolfie's is.
Is he controller?
Very controller player. Yes.
That's what I heard. Okay.
Always has been.
I never confirmed it, man. I don't watch his stream, but I'm a fan. But anyway, some of my thoughts on the threes FNCS. You know, just to let you guys kind of know, if you're wanting coaching from me and Gator, or you want, you know, VOD reviews, some things that I would highly recommend to look for. And this sounds silly, but I would definitely look out for a controller player. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like it's meta right now. There's been plenty of people, even Cypher PK, talking about how it's going to be 50-50 this year. Controller players they're there and they're not going anywhere anytime soon. There's been no nerfs to aim assist. They nerfed it a little bit, but it's still very heavy. And I think a perfect trio definitely needs somebody on mouse and keyboard and controller. Now, if you're going to ask me if I think that 2 PCs are going to be better with 1 controller player versus 2 controller players with 1 PC, mouse and keyboard player, I think it just depends on your play style. But I would definitely, in my opinion, I think that you're going to need a mouse and keyboard player in-game, definitely building your team, getting into zone. And I think you're going to need those controller players lasering kids inside boxes and people that are trying to rotate in on you. Yeah, that's my input on that. But I am very excited about the threes. We're definitely going to be looking into that. And we've got some things in Windfall that we're going to be doing in threes. Not really anything I can announce today. Unfortunately, I definitely wanted to talk about it. And you go ahead, Gator. That's pretty much all I got to say on that one.
I'm still a little indifferent about the whole make sure you have a controller player thing. I really think that part of the issue with the fact that controllers are dominating right now is because most groups that are playing, most teams that are playing, have not been playing with the same players for a very long time. So it's just everybody getting together. So they're looking for the most individually skilled player with what they want in there, instead of getting a team and learning how everybody works together and using the teamwork to their advantage. But, I can see why they do it. It's just, to me, like I say, it's just a little weird that there are very few actual teams in FNCS right now, well, before in the trios, that had been together for a while. And yes, Haxford, we know the solos is going to be coming up next. And that's all I have to say.
We're oh my, holy, okay. Yo, Evol, welcome, dude. Falu, how you doing, man? Sanity, I see you guys. Frost, what's up? Frowny. The stream is very informative. I strive to get my team this way. I appreciate that, Mary Ellen. Thank you. Yeah, so that was a Haxer. That was the first topic, bud. You're a good one. So next up, we were talking about the solo elite in Fortnite. Something pretty much unannounced. Kind of came out of nowhere. Certain players got invited for a solo elite tournament, where some of the best solo Fortnite players can go toe to toe for a little bit of prize money. And this kind of just popped in my head. I'll throw it in there. I don't know if you guys realized, but apparently Scoped and Tfue won like $1 million Twitch rival tournament. Yeah, I just kind of got on one day and saw that, and I was like, I don't know how that didn't make the news. Maybe because he, had some other mess ups during the week. I don't know. But that's awesome for them. But yeah, the solo elite is something that I think is really cool. It's a chance to give players that, in my opinion, won't name names. I think everybody knows a couple players in WF that I think deserve just a little bit more recognition for the results that they've gotten. I know Haxer got into one of his, finals, one of his first final appearances. So I'm definitely looking forward to future events to see how he compete in the finals. I want to know how Zolik's going to carry over from DreamHack. There's a lot left in that tank too, and I don't think he's really had the opportunity to engage from what he learned from DreamHack, and that's what I'm interested in. There's a lot of stuff that I know he learned personally as a friend and talking to him, so I'm excited to see that. I'm also excited to see some new talent. We've got some talent that are, everybody will always focus on negative, right? So you're going to focus on the people that are on their way out the door, but just remember, turn to the left. You got 3 more coming in. So we've got some new talent coming in. Once again, I'm going to keep that on the DL for right now. But I'm excited about the new talent other than tryouts as well. And let me think here. Like solo elite, like one of the last things I'll say is this. I'm sure a lot of people know that I came from Halo, right? And one of the things that I loved about Halo was they would have tournaments. They would give people a chance to make a name for themselves, and I feel like this is a way of getting some spotlight on yourself. So if you were invited to it, or you're invited to another event, because they're gonna keep doing them, they're trying to compete with Valorant with the drop rates and all that on Twitch. So if you get invited to one of these events, either now or down the road, make sure to tune into that. Make sure to go live, stream it, tell your friends and family about it, tweet it out, tell your friends. You know what I mean? Just a word of advice on that. It's definitely a chance for you to make a big name for yourself. And then yeah, you can take it away on that, man. Solo elite.
Oh no, I'm good, dude.
All right, we're moving on, dude. Hey, dude, I was trying to free flow that one. Not too much info's on that.
Yeah.
My phone is going off. Of course it would. And then on top of that, man, next up on Fortnite, we got the WF Tryouts. Now, the Tryouts, we did try to host these this last weekend. It just didn't really pan out with server maintenance, and you got the concert going on. You got a lot of stuff in Fortnite where it just kind of didn't tie in with our time frame. So right now they're postponed until this May 1st, next Friday, this Friday. Put it on your calendar. If you're wanting to make Tier 1 for WF in Fortnite, definitely be there. Be on time. Be intuitive. Make sure to check our Twitter. Stay up to date. Be there on time. And if you're wondering what the events are going to be, that's our WF way, man. We're not really going to tell you the events until you get there. We want everyone to have the same opportunity on the same minute and the same time. Anything on tryouts that you want to add?
I mean, be prepared because it's going to be sweaty. And I'm going to go and tell you all right now, there's a chance that it will not be 4 people this time. So you need to bring your A game. If you get down in one event, don't get upset and leave because that's just, you're out of the tryout. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to come prepared. And in real life, it's like in a tournament. When you start getting into other games where you got lands and stuff like that, you're gonna have moments where everything doesn't go right. When they don't go right, it's time to WF up, and move on.
I agree 100%. I think a lot of people just look at the pure talent pool and they look at their points and they look at their placement. Do understand that we're looking at your attitude. I'm just saying. if you're in dead last and you're in a great mood and you act like you're Courage JD and you're smiling, you're marketable. You got that smile going, I mean that matters.
Because I'm going to let everybody know that's one of my biggest complaints with some of the players, not our players, some of the players that have been there in the past, most of which are not even in the Discord anymore. But during the tryouts, especially when they're put with a random player, always want to blame the other player. It's never, well, I could have done this better. I could have done that better. The whole point of this tryout is to see how you work with adversity. Everybody that's been up there in tier one had to go through the same thing. They had the same issues, the same level of player that you were put with in this next one. They were put with before you. So, I mean, it's just what's going to be there. You just got to bring your A game, buck up, put your head down, and grind it out.
Well said, dude. I'm just that was perfect, dude. I'm literally hey, look, I'm just gonna do the topic. You can put us into this next one, dude. Holy oh my god. Alright, okay, no. I'm gonna let you lead into Valorant, okay? Because I was actually on this next topic, I was there live. Okay, so I got some input on this one. The next one is no, go ahead.
You do that one then. You go ahead and go over the tournament because I had to work that day. So
No, we're still in Fortnite, dude. We're still in Fortnite. See, look, Gator, you're gonna love this next one. You're gonna love this next one. You listen to him all day, every day.
Okay, let's hear it then.
I mean, he's on your top 5 on your Spotify, right? All right.
No, you would be surprised that he's on my top 5 in Spotify.
I don't know if that's live appropriate.
No. Who wants to know my top 5? Go ahead, chat. Who wants to know my top 5 on Spotify?
Oh my god. Yeah. Let us let us know if you want to know his top 5 on Spotify. But you already know that it's Travis Scott. Nonetheless, is in his top 5. It's Travis Scott. Let's be real. He's on fire. His sales are through the roof, and the guy has dreadlocks. He's a good-looking dude. You know, my God, I didn't know he was 20 stories tall. Apparently the guy's the size of the Eiffel Tower. And I was pretty low level. But anyway, the Travis Scott in-game event is the next thing we're talking about. I actually recorded this event with Zolik. And I'm going to tell you something. As a critic, as you would say, to Fortnite events, I've always kind of thought the Fortnite events were way just overhyped. I think that a lot of them were just, there was one event, it felt like a Power Ranger theme was going on. I don't know what was happening. It was like Transformers. Who knows? I don't know. Still don't know. Questions are still unanswered. Who knows? No YouTube video on it. But anyway, so I went into this thinking that it was almost a waste of my time, to be honest with you. I just wanted some content on it for Windfall and the YouTube, and I know a lot of people were hyping up this Travis Scott event, so I was there. And I'll tell you right now, from the second it started, this guy just, he comes in out of nowhere, you're blowing across the screen. The laser light effects were amazing. The entire show was amazing. It was about 10 minutes in length. I lost track of time when I was actually in the event. I enjoyed it to the max. I liked that it was multi-layered, so it caught your attention the entire time. Every 2.5 minutes, something else was changing. The entire map was changing. You flew on stage. You went in the air. Like I said, laser lights. You went into the outer space. I enjoyed it.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I may not be the biggest fan of Fortnite, but all of their live events have been fire. Every one of them.
Every one of them, dude.
They're all good, dude. I mean, 100%.
Hey, I'm not hating on you on that. Okay, you like the events. Were you at the Travis Scott one, dude?
No, I was not. I was working.
God, chat. We're just having fun today. I don't know what's going on. All right, back to business. Anyway, the Travis Scott event was absolutely phenomenal. I don't have a single bad thing to say about it. I'm just being honest. I left thoroughly impressed, and if I was good at Fortnite, I might have played some games afterward. I might have bought a skin.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same with the Marshmallow event. You know what I'm saying?
I missed that one.
That crap cost me about $40.
Oh my God! Did you have the Marshmallow skin, dude?
No, my daughter does.
Okay. I think that's like one of the skins I wish I would have gotten out of the money that I've spent in that game, which we don't want to talk about how much money I've spent in that game. Yeah, we don't ever want to talk about how much money we've spent in that game. All right. Anyway, so we do have a Travis Scott YouTube video up. I know there's thousands of them on YouTube, but if you do want to check out our Travis Scott footage that we got for you guys, go ahead and check it out. Let me know in the comments and stuff what you guys thought about the Travis Scott event. Last up,
Which, by the way,
yeah, you go
hold on.
ahead. Go ahead.
Just to mention it, the Travis Scott event was, I think, probably close to the largest live event that Fortnite's had so far, with 12 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I mean that's freaking record breaking, even for a game that a lot of people say are dying. That I agree is going that direction. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no,
they still got them in the tank.
no, yeah, and I also want to just kind of throw it out there. I hope that these other games start to realize how big in-game events are.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, I mean, there's more than a battle pass, and there's more than just bringing out a playlist for a weekend.
Yep.
Or an event. Something that everyone can tune into, have some fun with. Like I said, even if it's for 10 minutes. I feel like, more importantly, back where I come from in gaming, I feel like if we would have had those events, it would have brought the community together. It would have held the community together longer. So I'd like to see more games do that. Yo, Gator, by the way, just to pause here on this, do you know the one thing we missed on this entire layout of this podcast?
The names and the Windfall logo at top.
COD Warzone, dude.
Oh, no, we didn't miss anything on that. No.
Oh, man. All right.
Move along.
So the last
Call of Duty player, so just move along.
Last thing on Fortnite topic, guys, is Fortnite on the downhill? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking in chat. Right? And I'm gonna have fun today. I'm not here to be super serious. I'm not even here to express my opinion on you guys. Well, that's kind of biased right there. It is a podcast. Let's be real. But I think it's unbiased from me, anyways. I think every game has a start. I think every game has a climax, and I think every game is gonna die eventually. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Do I think Fortnite at the current moment? How do I word this? Do I think that if, little Timmy gets on Fortnite today and he's just like, "Yo, my God, yes!" with brand new skins, he's having a great time in casuals. He's having a great time playing with randoms at his skill level. No, I don't. And I think there's a big. I'm gonna be brief here. I think there's just a disconnect between competitive and casuals. And
I won't say Fortnite's dying. I will say Fortnite is dying on the PC.
Oh, God, man, you're going down that road right away. Okay.
Because there's still going to be an influx of players, new players, and I think Fortnite needs to stay there because it's going to be an introductory game to a lot of new gamers that get to come in. I mean, I've got two daughters, one of which actually plays Fortnite, and she's crazy about it. It's just she's not like she didn't get like that in depth to. I think as a competitive game, it's going to move along, but I think it's always going to be there as kind of a casual. Introductory into shooter and BR and movement.
I don't think long-term Fortnite's gonna go anywhere. I think honestly I think it's a 10-year game. I think it's gonna be no less than Minecraft. Kids are playing Minecraft right now.
Yep.
I mean, if I go to Chili's right now, I'm eating some chicken crispers. I guarantee there's 4 kids in there playing Minecraft on an iPad. Mm-hmm. So, and like I said, guys, this is not negative. It's just something we were talking about. It's definitely been floating around. It's been trending on Twitter. Just trying to give you guys our viewpoint on it. I don't want you guys all scared, thinking that Windfall is just going to bail out on Fortnite right now. We're not. We represent a team and an org that stands through tough times, right? So, it's something that we preach all the time, code of ethics, right? It's not something where we're going to sit there ourselves and be like, wow, things aren't going great right now. We're just going to bail out. I think they could have a huge turnaround. I think that they need to listen to their community a little bit better and just inform people a little bit better on what's to come like they used to. But you also have to understand in the background, they've got a lot of stuff coming up this year. You got new consoles, right?
I'm going to address something real quick that's in the chat here. Okay, so talking about how Valorant's going to go the way of, I know we're on a Valorant topic, but go the way of Apex. I'd just like to point out that over the past 6 months, Apex has paid out more money in tournaments and content than Fortnite has. Apex may not be there for the casual player. A lot of pros may be complaining about it, but it's still there on a competitive level. That's why you got to kind of distract yourself and separate the two. Like with Fortnite, I think the competitive is really hurting right now, but I think the casual play is still on fire.
Yeah, and I'm glad you saw that in chat, man. I'm trying to keep up with chat. It's moving.
We can bring Revo in here and get his opinion if you want to.
Where will you see WF in the next? Flu. Okay, yeah. I was gonna respond to this one real quick. Okay, so at T Smith, where will you see WF in the next year? That is a very broad question.
I can answer it real simple.
I mean, that's just a broad question.
Oh, it's really not. You know where I see Windfall in the next year? Being at the point that the players build it to, because that's what it is. Revo would go as not Revo shit. Windfall would go as far as you, the player, want it to go.
Well,
Because we can sit here and we can try to build everything we want to without the backing of the players, then there's not a lot we can do. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing. Well, I agree. Here's my answer to you, my man. 22 years in gaming. This is going to be one of the biggest years in gaming's history in the past 10 years. Fortnite was one of the biggest games in the history of gaming. This year is the most revolutionary year in gaming. You have brand new technology. Right now, you have technology that is being used since 2013 in games that you're playing right now, right? But this year, you're going to have 2 brand new consoles with double the amount of computing power, which means that they can do cross-play games at a higher power rating for cross-platform overall. Okay, you're also going to have a year where PC and console gaming, not only with just 120 FPS frame rate, which is, I understand, some of you are PC players. You'll die hard PC until the day you die. I get it. I'm with you, okay? But I come from consoles, so I'm a half and half guy, right? I'm half and half. I'll always be half and half. I grew up on consoles. I was playing Super Nintendo when I was 7 years old, okay? This is going to be the biggest year in games. You have 180 new game titles coming out. There's titles that haven't even been announced yet. There's titles, they said that there's going to be over 50 to 60 announcements at E3 for brand new game titles. And that's on top of the games that we've already covered or talked about, which we will be talking about later on going into the year. We got a lot of games we're going to be talking about on podcasts. That's going to be a big thing, a big part of podcasts right there with breaking down all the new games, what games we're looking at, where's WF going in those. And those are questions I'll definitely fill you in. Gator will fill you in as we go down that journey. But in my terms, where do I want WF to be in a year? I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't really look at it that way. I look at it as every single day is a blessing. And I have small goals that meet medium goals. My medium goals for me, Gator, everyone on Windfall, and my community and my players, as I meet those goals, I celebrate every single time. I don't.
And
yeah.
Coming into the goals right there, later on, if you stay tuned, you'll hear about how we have met one of our goals already.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you, man. We didn't talk about it for a long period of time on this, but I want you guys to know, man, YouTube is not easy. It's not. And I really appreciate you guys coming through with the views on all of our videos.
Yes.
Not just the one that was really successful, all of them. All of you guys put a lot of hard work into your videos. You edited them. You took the time. You asked people how to make it better. You got input. Some of you DM me and ask, how do I make my intro or outro better? The Instagram work that's gone on, all the videos on there have been getting 10 to 15,000 views, which is insane. Like, you got to understand from an owner standpoint, when you see things like that, obviously we want to get it higher. You always want to go higher, but you also have to turn around and say, hey, wow, I'm really proud where we're at right now. Yeah. Anyway, we need to get into Valorant, dude.
On a side note, this is totally off topic there, chat, but we should have added everybody that we were calling here to a group before we started calling, because now we're fixing to have to change up and add some more people to the call.
No. You know what? No, let's get him in here.
Yeah.
It's all
so
good.
Let's go ahead and get that in there now because we can take this second, because it's going to black the screen down more than likely.
All right, guys, give me just a second. I can't let you guys see what is at the end of the podcast, so I am going to change the screen real quick. Give me just a second. Got a surprise for you guys at the end. All right. Let's change this. Let's get him in here. Bringing Revo in, right?
Go ahead and add Revo and Crazy in, dude. because we got to add them to the group call anyway. You know what I'm saying? There we go. I see Revo trying
He's
to
in there.
phone too.
He's in there. He's looking good, dude.
I'm always looking good. Feel me?
My
What's crazy?
Oh my.
You
Woo.
can think that, but I'm sporting this shit real good over here, dog. I make this
All I
shit
know
look
is
good.
I cut my own hair.
Yo,
today.
where's? Hold on.
Yeah, I cut my own hair today. This is great.
Don't worry.
Oh, now
I got
now
my
we need the
wallpaper
crazy-
up right now. Nobody can see
Now-
us right now.
Dude,
We're
now we need
incognito,
a crazy
dude.
truck freaking face cam reveal to see that shit, dog.
Hey man, hey. He wasn't. I don't know, man. He might be in a tux right now. You don't know. I don't know. All right,
Oh, that
we're coming back.
self-haircut.
We're live. We're live. We're back. Yeah. So Revo, honestly, man, I just want to ask you a couple questions. Crazy, we got some. Stay on the dock. We got some questions for you, man. Especially in terms of the Valorant topics we got.
Yeah. It's coming up
So
next.
so in Fortnite, how do you feel overall, man, in Fortnite right now? You're a Fortnite player. You compete in Fortnite. How you feeling?
How I'm feeling? You know what? I'm feeling washed. To be honest with you.
Oh my god, dude.
It's hard. It's hard to keep up with these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like Zolik and Haxter. I'm 22. Some of you probably don't know that.
These kids, get out
Yeah.
here, dude.
I mean, I'm older than the majority that play Fortnite. You know, but they sleep on the managers. You know, they do sleep, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, we get in those creatives, and I just bop them up. You know what I'm saying? Like Salt, shit, easy, bro. Anyways, but yeah, Fortnite for me, it's more of I like to compete. I've always liked to compete. So just to get out there and compete still, it's fun for me. No matter what, if I do good or bad, it's more of the experience for me than it is to place. And that's what people miss out. Like they get butthurt or mad when they don't place, but it's for the experience. You gotta play for the experience, not so much as to getting first place. I mean, you're not gonna get first place without experience.
I agree.
So, like at DreamHack, what Zolik did was fucking crazy. I mean, he got 52nd place in his first LAN event.
Yep.
I mean, that's honestly crazy if you think about it. And Salt too, he placed top 150, and that was his first ever LAN event, first actually type competing. So it's crazy what people can do, especially these kids. Like, I say kids because most of the people that are competing are 15 to 18.
Yeah.
And it's no longer adults.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I think. I compete for fun, but I think I'm more down the road of trying to help form these kids to go the right direction instead of quitting the game. Because I know a lot of people are trying to quit the game right now, which I don't think is the correct idea. I think maybe you could take a break. Obviously, like Zolik has played Valorant a little bit, but at the end of the day, Fortnite has the money in it right now. If you're gonna be dumb if you quit, you know what I'm saying? Fortnite has the money. They always have the money. Yeah, I mean, and then just look at it like this. They're saying Fortnite's dying. 30 million people bought that Travis Scott skin. That $15 skin. 30 million people.
30 million.
Yeah, and 50 million people watched the concert.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So Fortnite's dying. It's slowing down, but it's not dying.
See, yeah. I agree. I think it's a 10-year game, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do want to comment on something you said. So you talked about how it was crazy how we had players go out and do really well at their first LAN event.
Mm-hmm.
For someone like me, I want you to understand something. I did not perform that well at my first LAN event. I got 2-0'd and I got knocked out immediately. So I want you to know that when I watched in the semifinals, I was with my entire family. And my entire family was rooting for you guys, man. And I have never been more on the edge of my seat in my entire life. I'm running around my house. I'm jumping up and down. My heart's racing. I'm on the phone. I'm calling people. I felt like I was a Wall Street journalist, you know, just like, hey, let me. Okay, you're busy. Oh God. Okay, I need to call this guy. Hey, Barbara. No, Barbara. No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna find him. Oh my God, dude. But at the end of the day, man, even on my last podcast when I talked about Salt, you know, I got a little emotional. That was a really crazy weekend, and I can't wait. It really kind of opened up a whole avenue of everything that I've done and all the hard work that we have done in Windfall. It definitely kind of paid off that weekend. So, very proud of you guys.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Event, dude. Because I'm still upset I had to miss that one because of work and family. But yeah, Falu, tell you.
Yeah, I know. We all need to be at the next one.
Next lane event, nobody's got to worry about getting bullied. I promise you that.
Yeah, Falu got lucky bullied. I had to like fucking. I had to stand up to some guard, bro. He didn't like. I was like, bro, chill out. It's a little kid.
Yeah, standing at 6'4", 282 pounds, I don't have a problem with bullies most of the time, dude. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know Gator is like, here. Where's my? Yeah, this big lumptuous guy right here. This guy. When I first met this guy up here, okay. The guy walks up to me and he's like 6'6", dude. I literally am like on his chest level. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, brother. How are you doing today? You know. So yeah, Gator's a giant, dude. I don't think anybody would come near you, and I'm kind of scary looking. I look like an ogre these days, so you know it's all good. Oh my God.
Quit hiding up there, Crazy. Quit hiding, bro.
Whoa.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Crazy cut his own hair today. Let's see in the chat.
Yo, I cut my own hair today too.
To see it.
Yo.
I redid my hair today too. Look.
Dude, we should have done a quarantine video haircut video, man.
Oh, speaking of that, we're gonna get serious here in the chat for a minute. I want to know how everybody is doing with their quarantine time.
Oh God, dude.
I was laid off for 2 weeks. Shit was rough.
Yeah, I mean, let us know if you're being productive or you know, like what are you doing, man? What are you?
Dude, they're all playing fucking Fortnite and Valorant, and Warzone.
Listen, Revo, we all know that you spent at least 2 hours cleaning your car, right?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's a pretty disturbing thing for people like Crazy here, for example, right? I mean, a senior in high school missing basically your entire senior year.
Yeah.
Which is a year that you will always remember. Take it from experience. It's a year that you're always going to remember. Yeah. You'll always know your senior year. There'll be things about it that you're always going to keep in mind. And it's kind of disconcerting that a lot of the seniors here, what they're keeping in their mind is the fact they couldn't go to school. I mean, no ceremonies, none of that stuff.
Hey, by the way, Crazy, I like that Lakers hat, my dude. I like that. Hey, I'm just saying. How is your like senior year going? And Revo, if you're, I know you talked to me. You were in school. How if you're in school, put it this way, how is that, and how's it affecting that? Or
yeah,
go ahead, Crazy. You go first.
Well, it's a huge setback, and unfortunate. Don't get to experience any of the events, such as let's say prom or going to some like field trip or something for like Disney Finland. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get to graduate with my friends. That's a very big downfall. I've been with the same group since 7th grade, I want to say. It is unfortunate that my learning it's just stopped pretty much, and now we're just resulting in packets and boring stuff, which I don't agree with. Some kids can and cannot understand it, which I feel bad for. There is the online classes and stuff, but I feel like kids are better on hands-on instead of being taught via online through a computer or something.
No, I agree with you, man. There's 4 different learning types, and so you're hands-on learner.
Yeah, I'm easily a hands-on learner. I'm not one who likes to just sit there and be taught something. If I'm hands-on, just pencil and paper, it's more simple.
Revo, are you a hands-on learner?
I mean, no, I am in a trade, so I kind of have to be.
I know he is because we.
I figured. I mean, you know, this is a little off topic, but I'll make some people laugh. I actually never knew I was a hands-on learner. I always thought I was a visual learner because I can see something and remember it for years. But I took anatomy and I failed 3 times. 3 times, okay? And then, I failed twice. Third time I passed. But the third time I was in there, I got the hands-on experience of the bones, right? And all the anatomical parts. And that hands-on actually helped me. So, that's where it kind of hit me when I heard that. And, it's always kind of rough for people that are learning styles are a little different. So, and also on top of that, man, I'm sure you miss your friends, but everybody's kind of working it in their own way. I know that I'm going to be going away for a little bit, and I'm going to be hands-on with people. So I'm very interested in how that's going to kind of go down. I'm also going to be in a city that I've never been in, full of people. So, but I think in the long run, I think this will boost the economy. But anyway, that's a whole other topic, man. I don't want to go.
Chicago's nice, by the way. Oh, and
Hey,
I
heard they have
Revo.
good pizza. So
I got one question for Revo here.
It's good.
I want to know how many credits the class is that teaches electricians to overlook their mess and say that's clean.
Wait. Say it again. Sorry.
How many credits is the class that teaches electricians to overlook their mess and see nothing but a clean floor?
you just blew my mind.
I don't. What? I don't have a class.
I'm an engineer,
Uh-huh.
and every electrician I've ever met will leave a mess everywhere and swear to God it's clean.
Oh, I mean that's the number one class.
That's what I'm saying. That it's got to be at least 10 credit hours for that class, dude. Because
it's probably 15 credit hours.
I
To
mean-
be honest. No, the thing is that our little things that fall on the floor, it doesn't matter. It's everybody else can pick it up. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to pick up our own shit. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know how many credits that class is. Couldn't tell you.
Are you
I'm just messing with him?
are you back to work now?
Yeah,
Where
I
you
just went
at?
back to work. I went back to work on Thursday last week.
Fantastic.
Uh,
All right.
yeah.
I am not trying to cut you off, Revo. I love you. Okay.
Very chill.
How to
But
get sidetracked.
we have a lot to go over, so I'm gonna try to keep the questions coming. How do you feel in Fortnite? And let me ask you this: what is something that we didn't talk about in Fortnite that you think is a big topic right now?
I think I kind of joined in late, but I saw you guys talking about the solos and how our players have the. But what the fuck is Crazy doing? Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't want 'em to-
I think you guys covered most of it. I mean, maybe just a question is, what do you guys think the next event's going to be after solos? Because it is the invitational, so it's technically not a FNCS. So
Hey,
It's invitational.
hey, listen. I go by what I have on socials and Google.
no. We'll see. The thing is, it is a solo FNCS, but there's only one round of open
You know what,
qualifiers.
I think this is a test.
A test for what?
I think they're testing doing an invite only
Oh,
pro league
yeah.
for every area.
It could. It definitely could be.
Well, I'm saying monetarily, they can't keep paying out money to any random Joe Smo that's going to place in the top 100,
hmm
and it'd be economically feasible for running an esport. So they're going to have to cut
Mhm.
it down to where you have your pro players, and those are the ones that are competing for the top tier stuff, and then like a semi-pro area for them trying to get to that point. So I mean, that's just the next evolution of the competitive side of Fortnite.
hmm
What do you think about the dynamic between controller players and like PC players? Like, what do you think would be a good squad?
The
match?
dynamic. It's always for duos 1-1, for trios 2-1. So 2 controller players, 1 mouse and keyboard. It's sad to say, but in this meta, mouse and keyboards, they're more of a support role than support and an IGL role, because most controller players, sorry, they don't have a brain. That's just a typical like stereotype that controller players have, which some of them have a brain, but typically a lot of them don't have a brain. They
Hey,
just push into your box.
Some of them are making worlds, brother.
Yeah, no,
You
for real.
know,
No,
I'm
no,
just saying,
no.
dude.
It is true. But what I'm saying is that
Uh,
if you play mouse and keyboard, you've probably played other games before, like other competitive games, or if not, you just switch to Fortnite and switch mouse and keyboard. But you kind of have an idea of what you have to do mouse and keyboard. You can't really just push into somebody's box. You got to have a mindset of making it endgame or something like that. So usually having a mouse and keyboard player to kind of like tarp and call the shots is cool, and then having a fragger like a controller player to pretty much kill everybody in the lobby. Like Tfue and Scope. Tfue's not that mechanically skilled anymore compared to all the other players. So he's more of an IGL for Scope, and Scope's the fragger, obviously. We've seen it in action where Scope pretty much just kills everybody, and Tfue's like, you're a beast, you know?
Dude.
So, yeah.
He had like a 180 snipe on, God, who was that? Oh my God. Oh, I think it was FaZe Sway. He like 180 quick scoped him with a sniper, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
but
ending.
A good thing like we had that I think could have went a long way if they had practice is Zolik and Salt. Salt being the controller player and Zolik being the mouse and keyboard player, where they're both mechanically skilled at what they do. I think if they would have practiced and played every week, they would have been top 10 easily. But obviously they only played the last 2 weeks, so they didn't have much practice with each other. And with Valorant coming out, they actually didn't really practice at all. But it is what it is. But honestly, I think for trios, 1 mouse and keyboard, 2 controllers, and then for squads 2 and 2. But definitely as a duo, I think a 1-and-1 is the best way to go.
Well said, man. And then kind of like I said, did you do the Travis Scott event?
I did. I did it on Saturday. On the Saturday one.
How'd you like it?
I mean, I didn't get like the full experience because I watched it on stream and watched the YouTube, but overall, it was alright. I mean, it wasn't like, oh my God, you know, it was alright.
Oh my God, how many hats do you have, brother? That's all I'm saying. I've got like 6, and I was gonna grab my hats, but I'm like, you know what? I don't have as many. All right, you have a lot of hats, dude.
This guy has a lot of hats. Holy shit!
Oh my God. Okay. Do you wear a hat every day?
Yes.
Okay. All right, dude.
And yes, stream. I can't show my collection because if I do, it will get deleted from YouTube.
Oh my God.
My collection is not hats.
Well, yeah, man. Let me. You know what? I kind of like the 4 squad here. I mean, Rev, if you want to stay in and have some input, you can. So it's up to you, man.
I mean, I could stay. It don't matter to me.
Yeah,
Cool beans. Let's keep it rolling.
rolling.
Yeah, I kind of
Frowny,
I kind of like this.
Keep it up, Frowny. This is what you came for. Well, part of. This is the part where we go to Valorant in a moment. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep you guys in here. We're gonna keep rolling. I'll ask crazy questions. We'll ask him some questions, and Revo just kind of come in with some input, and
for sure.
Here we go. So yeah, we're gonna roll into Valorant. That's pretty much everything we were gonna talk about in Fortnite today. In Valorant news, dear God, there's kind of a lot. So I'm gonna kind of go through these first 2. I'm just gonna skim through these. All right. The first one up is we did a 2v2 tournament. And Zolik and Akona, my brain's not working today. They won that tournament, right? Zolik and Akona.
Yeah, they won that one.
Yeah. So the 2v2 tournament was very, very sweaty. And it was kind of a testing the waters to see who all in our Discord currently would even want to play in it. We had a lot of teams out of nowhere. Some of them were last minute. Actually, I'm going to pause there. Revo. We're going to backtrack to Fortnite. This is what I was going to ask you, and it just came in here. So I want you to talk about for at least a minute about the tryouts this Friday, when to be there, time.
Okay, this Friday we're gonna do the tryouts. Same procedure. We're gonna start a little bit later than 4 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna start at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm gonna hope to have Blizzard, Salt, and Evil help me again. So with last week being kind of messed up with the Travis Scott concert and creative going down, it is going to be a little bit messed up next week because of the open qualifiers. So Friday, it's going to be obviously 5 until whenever we finish the 2 events. So it's going to be we're going to restart the bracket that we had. So we're going to do the realistics, the 1v1 realistics on first, and then after that we're going to do 2v2 box fights. And then the following day, we're going to do it a little bit earlier. Probably we're going to have to do it around 12, like noon Pacific, because the open qualifiers, I believe, are at 5. So to get it out of the way, probably 12, we're going to start that. I'm actually might make a poll on maybe waiting till Sunday to do it because open qualifiers are Saturday, and if you make it, you go to Sunday. So I'm not saying a lot of you won't make it, but it is only like top 100, I believe. We'll see if we can do it Saturday. If not, I'll make a poll and see what we do. Either Saturday, Sunday, but definitely Friday, 5:00 p.m. Be there.
On time.
Yeah, on time. And like Gator and Taylor said earlier, there might not be 4 promotions this time. There's a lot of talent out there, but what we're looking for, we only see it in a few. So we'll see. But as of right now, just bring your A game. Take it serious, and don't rage quit if you do bad. We've had a lot of instances where people they get mad and then they don't come back because of they lost the first round. We want to show that once you show that you're dedicated and that you're willing to overcome the odds. You know what I'm saying? So don't just quit. Don't quit. Don't get ahead of yourself. Keep trying. You never know. I mean, only first place gets guaranteed tier 1. The rest are handpicked, and that's what you guys have to see. We're looking more than just talent. We're looking for marketability. Your overall attitude about the game, your work ethic. So if you leave mid tryout, you're instantly not gonna get picked. So just go all the way through and make sure to do your best.
To add to that note right there, I also want to point out that if you get upset and you leave the Discord, do not whisper for an invite back.
Exactly.
It's that simple. I'm not trying to be an ass about it. I understand it hits hard if you think you can't make it, but if you straight give up to the point that you leave the Discord, if we invite you back, you will not be a tier 2 again. I am telling you right now. You will be Windfall community because that's the attitude you showed us that you had. Attitude goes a long way. That's all I have to say about that.
I'll tell you right now. For me, it's and this is the truth. When you guys are competing, you guys can say I look like a Pollock or whatever. I need to trim my beard up or hey, you need to wash your car because it's kind of dirty. The point is, at an actual LAN event, I'm going to be right in your face, in a bad way and in a good way, because I've been there. I've been there not 100 times, but I've been there about 50 times. And I'll tell you right now, I'm there to improve. I'm there to help you, and I know what it's like when you're down. And one of the biggest things that I look for is someone, if you are down, whether you're in last place in a tryout, you're in first place. I'm going to look at your attitude. I'm going to look at if you have the clutch factor and if you're going to fold or you're going to fight until it's over. That is huge for me. I've even had personal teammates in my past where they would give up and it would ruin it for everybody. And that's something that I really want to bring to the table in the future tournaments and Windfall players in general as a team. I feel like they need to be more of a team for their teammate more than IGLing. So, yeah. Okay, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. We we have a lot, and we got some cool announcements, and it'll be cool with you guys in here. So I'm gonna keep you guys here. So that I promise you guys this time. I know, chat. You're running me over right now because we backtracked. But in Valorant, we had a 2v2 tournament. I'm gonna move on. We did a 3v3 tournament after the 2v2 tournament. Both these tournaments went very well. We're gonna be hosting a Battlefight tournament for a 5v5, and it will have a cash prizing on it. Still going through the information on that. We're going to figure some tweaks out, and then when we want to launch it, because I want to be leaving soon, I want to make sure that it's done on a professional level. A big topic coming in, I want to ask Crazy, how did you feel? So in case you guys have not watched it, the 3v3 is going to be posted by tomorrow on YouTube. We were working on the videos to make sure they were high quality. So Crazy Truck's here. Over there. He was one of the winners of the 3v3, the knife showdown. How did that feel? How were the finals? How sweaty was it? I mean, and just know there were some players in this tournament that were not Windfall. Some of the people didn't even know what Windfall was, and they came in the last minute. So there was some talent in there. How did it feel? What was going through your head? What did you learn from the finals?
I'll start off with me Haxton and Frowny were fucking egoing, and we said from the start we're gonna fucking win this. I kept telling you when we're down, we said from the start we're gonna win this, so let's do what we said we were gonna do. We kept that motivation. I kept telling him, even when we lost to Theo first round on split, first game, told him we said we're gonna win this from the start. Let's do it. Finish what we said. We stood by our word and held our ground.
And just so you guys know, if you weren't there or you weren't live on the stream, these guys were in the winners bracket all the way. They ended up losing, and it was one of the first moments for me to see some of my players when things aren't going well and see how they're going to respond to it. So I was extremely proud of how they responded right after a loss and coming back and taking it home, not only for WF but just to make it a good tournament. So I wanted to let you know that crazy that I was that was a really cool moment to experience. So next up, we can kind of all talk about this one. We got ranked coming in the beta on Valorant. How do you guys feel about them doing ranked in a beta?
That's all depending based on the way they're going to scale it out and how they place players. Depends on how much it takes to rank up to point A to point B. What's the highest? What's the lowest? What's the points? What's the amount of points you get per game? How is it going to be for an individual standpoint? Is it going to be catering towards the casuals who are just trying to get a better feel of what better players are going to be like, or is it catering to people who actually want to grind up to that level and see if they get noticed by teams and if they can prove their potential to other people?
How many answers do you want to that?
Yeah.
I'm going to want a lot of answers.
There are 8
A lot
ranks.
of questions.
3 ranks per 8 ranks: Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Immortal, and Valorant. Valorant being the top rank. There's no 3 ranks to it. Once you get Valorant, you are Valorant. You can queue with up to 5 players in ranked. You must be within 2 ranks of the player to play with them.
So they're
Your
taking
rank-
a Apex point standpoint of it. Okay.
If you don't play for 14 days, your rank doesn't show. It doesn't decay, but it doesn't show. They also say that with the numbers they're using, they are basically getting rid of smurfing, which means if you go into game B and you are sitting there dropping 30 kills and you're crushing on iron players, you're going to jump ranks really quick, so you're back up there. So if you are a Valorant level player or an Immortal level player and you think you can go in there and crush iron, bronze, and gold players, you're going to get about 2 games to do it. And then you can make a new account.
Hey, that sure
every
looks
time.
good on you, Revo. My God.
Wait, what?
You been tanning, dude?
No,
Are
I've
you,
been working
you
outside.
just naturally complected like that, huh?
Mhm.
Okay.
Italian roots, bro.
Yo, crazy.
think
By
that's
the
a
way,
good
they're
thing.
they're
Stop
telling
and
you to
start.
turn your mic up a little bit.
We should be better now.
All right. What I will say is this. I'm kind of excited towards the ranks to see how they work. My main concern is how they're going to do the matchmaking. I definitely know back from when I used to grind out the ranks and top rank, all that. The big concern was if I search with 2 people, what am I going to play on the other side? Is it going to be 2 teams of 2 and a random? 2 teams of 2 on my team and a random? If I go 3s, is it 3v3 with 2? Like the main concern, let's say I search 3, right? Is there going to be a team of 3 and a team of 2? They're going to have great teamwork. What if I get a team of 3 and 2 randoms, right? Or vice versa, the whole way all the way up to 5. So I'm curious how they're going to do the system. I think if they do the system the way I just explained it, it would work really well. But I think if you have a team of 3 on one end with 2 randoms and 5 randoms on the other team, obviously the team of 3 is probably gonna have the edge on that. So and I watched their podcast that they did. They got interviewed on Twitter. I watched it, and they were saying that they were working on it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that kind of concerns me a little bit. You're working on it, so I don't know what that means.
Well, that's just it for me. That's why I think it's a great idea for it to be in the beta. Because that's what the beta is for, to iron these things out, to see
Yeah.
what the players are going to want, so they can get feedback before they launch live with a flawed system and end up like Apex rank.
Yeah, and I'm also curious to see how Valorant holds up. I'm not gonna downplay Valorant at all. The numbers have dropped a little bit. I expected that on Twitch, especially with the keys dropping every day and everybody getting the key. They're already in the beta. They've tested the game out. But I will tell you guys, if you like Counter-Strike, I would highly recommend playing it and giving it a shot. It's a fun game.
I'll tell you now, if you think Overwatch is the best game ever made, do not play Valorant, because you're going to hate it.
I like the game. I'll say that. I think it's kind of funny. I think it has its own little niche.
Yes.
Its own niche. I think it's gonna be another Apex, but possibly a lot bigger. So next up on Valorant, we got they've also confirmed 2 new characters. So I wanted to ask the chat or let us know in the comments what you think those characters will be. And I kind of wanted to ask, Crazy on this one. What do you think the 2 new characters would be, and what do you think roles they need in the game?
There is 2 informative roles. I do main one of them, aka Cypher, and there is also Sova or Sora, I forgot his name.
Sova.
Yeah. I feel like there should be another informative role. Jet and Phoenix are very powerful attacker roles. I'm hoping for an informative and defensive, because defensive you have Brimstone, Viper, Sage is kind of a mix between defensive and attack, you can say. I do want some more informative though, because there's
So
you
you
only
don't-
get a camera and trap wire.
You don't think they need just like a healer, or like another healer?
Let's see, how many healers do we have? Just 2,
One.
huh?
No, because one only heals himself. You can't really count Phoenix as a healer. I count Phoenix as more of a breacher dude, honestly. Because this stuff only heals him.
Technically, you have 1 healer right now. You got Sage.
Yeah, Sage.
Okay, yeah. So either an informative and a healer, or healer and another defensive or attack, I would hope.
I think they're going to put a new class in.
You think all new class? Maybe
think they're
like
gonna have
a
someone that
defensive offensive mix?
That negates the informative roles. That takes care of Cypher. Because that's the thing right now. Cypher is the only character in the game that doesn't have a hard counter.
What do you think would counter him?
EMPs. An EMP character.
I did not think of
They
that.
could use Breach for that.
An
But
EMP.
they're going to have to have one that can EMP through just to mess. I mean, because you kind of got what is it? Omen, I think, kind of does a little bit of that when he goes to warp. Just think that more expanded, so
I like
that it
it.
affects electronics that are around.
I like it.
Which would also affect. I mean, in the long run, it would also affect people who are using their ultimates at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like an ultimate ability to like basically clear the board.
Right.
So, say for example, if Ray's had her launcher out and that got used, well, I mean, it's electronic. It's all gone.
Well,
So,
yeah. I mean, we're kind of moving through these. For me, I mean, I feel like they need another healer. I feel like you need a bigger team
Yep.
heal. I definitely don't want them to go the route of Overwatch where you have some, flying chick flying around the map,
No
healing
mercy.
people to 100% instantly. I think that's overpowered, and I think it would make the meta shift, and you would have to have it for the eternity of the game. I also watched on their podcast, they were talking about how each character, they originally had like 15 characters, and they built over 40 characters, and only like 10 of them made it to the game. So I don't know how they're going to add these 2 characters. I definitely know they're doing their homework on making sure they mesh with the characters that are in the game. But yeah, man, like I said, let us know in the comments or in chat what you guys would like to see in the game. I'd probably like to see a healer class and probably either something new. The EMP thing would be cool. But I think there needs to be more defensive characters, like an actual defensive hold character.
That was another idea I had too. I mean, just think about it. So everybody keeps comparing it to Overwatch. You got Reinhardt, and Overwatch has the big shield, correct?
Yeah.
So you have a guy whose C button is a shield that covers his body a little bit wider, so you can follow in behind him. The shield has the damage amount that you can shoot through. For him to shoot, he has to lower his shield to be able to shoot, but he can push in with other people. That could be an interesting class too. Just a pusher like that.
No, I agree.
And
So
no bluff, we have bought 0 views, so I mean,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's all
bro.
good, man. I saw it. I'm just not gonna respond to it, dude. I haven't even looked at the views, man. I'm just doing a podcast, brother. I appreciate you tuning in, though, man. Stay posy.
Yeah.
So the next thing that they did in Valorant, they the patch nerfs, right? So what do you guys agree with the patch nerfs? We'll start with Raze, right? She had 2 grenades. Do you agree with them nerfing the Raze back to 1 grenade from 2 nades?
I'm fine with that, because I personally thought those 2 nades getting thrown simultaneously was busted, because it would literally just counter off a whole rush, and you would all either be one shot or dead at the point you come around the corner, and you're fucking just trying to go straight to the point. You're trying to go straight to the point. You want to rush in there, there's pistol round or something, and she has 2 nades. Instantly cut off the whole team. That's the round pretty much.
I have to counter you on this, okay? Just hear me out, though. Hear me out. And by the way, everybody knows I'm a Rays main, all right? So give me some hate in the chat. It's all good. Here's my aspect on it. If you have top level play though, on tier 1s, like I'm talking the best in the game, I feel like you're gonna actually need 2 nades because everyone's gonna know that first nade's coming out. It's a pre-bait nade. No one's gonna die to it on a pro level, right? But I feel like that second nade is where you actually get a pickup kill because they don't know when you're gonna throw that. If that makes any sense. Other than that, I guess I agree with it. I wish they would have actually kept 2 nades but lowered the damage ratio on it. Like the actual where it splits into multiple grenades and does a lot of damage. I think they could have toned that down a little bit and still kept the 2 nades. But anyway, next up we have the other nerf to Sage. So yeah, apparently now you can you can slow walk without being heard, right? How do you feel about that?
I think that was a fine nerf at the same time, kind of overkill, regardless of what I play. Even though I play informative character, I think that was the whole point of the slow, to get an idea if enemies were there or not. I mean, they can still hear it if you're jumping, but I mean, no one's gonna really be jumping in that, and it kind of killed the point of the slow. Now you can just have someone creeping your slow, going to the corner, wherever you placed it, hard right, hard left, and then you don't know they're there because you either A, didn't hear him, or you didn't see him now.
Yeah. Well, apparently you could b-hop through it, right? And Gator, this goes to his credit. He found that if you're b-hopping through it, they're doing an anti-air on it. So even if you're b-hopping, it slows you down. I haven't tested it. I don't know.
It's not as much. Before you could b-hop and you could go full speed through it. Now it's going to slow your speed a bit. I mean, you're still moving faster b-hopping, but that's at a full run, so you can be heard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That does counter a lot of jet mains who always just dash through it and then caught you off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that it's slow-mo now, because I think it adds on a higher level gameplay, especially if you're on the top tier in a rank and you have a Sage that's dropping the slowing. I didn't like that you could be heard through it because there's only so much time on the clock for you to get into that site, and if you're playing on Bind, which is one of the hardest maps to get into A, you need to get in fast. You can't just sit there and let them have 30 seconds. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with that one. I don't really have any concerns about her nerfs. Mine was Raze on a little bit. I'm not disappointed with the nerf on Raze. I agree with it, but at the same time, like I said, I think that if the game would have developed more and a longer period of time, people knew about the grenades and where the grenades are coming from, I don't think as many people would have died from it as in a beta, if that makes sense. Yeah. So the next thing is Riot has actually announced that they are cracking down on harassment. A lot of girls have felt like they can't even play the game or speak while they're playing the game. So I'm gonna kind of skip through this one because we're behind. Our main point in Windfall is we want to let you guys know: play hard, play clean. Right? Don't harass anyone in chat. Don't harass anyone. Just don't do it. Chat and comms on that are included. We went over the patch nerfs. Oh yeah, last patch nerf. On the Sage, they also did a knife. So if you guys team knife or even solo knife the Sage wall, you'll get through it even faster. Which is kind of good. I feel like the wall was a little bit too strong. What are your opinions on that one, Crazy?
The ice wall, Oh, you figure it takes about a mag of either SMG or AR to get through it, which is perfectly fine. And then you can just switch out to your knife. I do feel like it should have a little bit of damage mitigation to it, though, unless you're gonna have a teammate, because you're not always gonna have a teammate shooting the wall with you.
Yeah.
Not huge damage mitigation, but just a minor bit, so you can at least use one clip, and then you can use half of that next clip and break the other side of the wall, or another piece of the wall, correction.
We went over ranks. I agree with you on that. Closed beta ranks will not carry to launch. I think that's a good thing. And I think the last thing I'll just touch on Valorant. I mean, it's a beta. There's not too much to talk about, but what I will say is, they have guaranteed one new map. On the new map, what would you like to see on it? Like, in my opinion, just so you can think about it a second, I think, and hear me out here, I think they need a snow map. I think it would mix up the dynamic. You'd go into a snow map. You're like, okay, this is cool. You might have one little, they got the little sewers on Split. I think if you had like certain alleyways that were iced, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think they need a dynamic with, they have a desert map. You've got the kind of Tokyo attitude map. And then you just have Haven that's just kind of like an overall good map. Apparently, it's been confirmed that it's a training map, though. So I think it's going to go complete opposite of what I'm talking about and go towards the actual training area. Because there's an entire map there.
If we're just talking about visual aesthetics, whatever, I do agree there needs to be some more diversity, some more interesting things in the game to appeal. Because I know there's some players that are like, I just want to hit some clips in here. Yeah. Like, they need to go towards the general public, general audience, instead of just sweats, so this game can continue to bring in more players.
Yeah.
And I do, for map wise, there needs to be more diversity. More diverse ways to get into sites instead of just 2 spots. Because on almost like on every map, there's only 2 spots to get in on site. Because you go, let's go for example with Bind. There is the portals and all, but I mean, those are portals. You can just hold those down. Bind, you either go through restrooms or mid to A.
Yeah.
Or you go from B long or mid B long to hookah to site. Those are 2 easy choke points and lockdown holds you can do. Most of these maps are defensive side. I think the only one that really isn't is probably, I want to say, what is it? Haven? Yeah, Haven. Haven is the one that's most open to attackers.
Well, I also and I don't know if you had caught this, but in their podcast they were talking about how they might change entry points into A on Bind. They might add a 3rd entry point, which I do agree with. I'm glad that they're willing. I'm glad. Let me put it this way: I'm glad that they are willing to change the map based on feedback. I think they were also talking about on Split how you can get stuck on the right side and there's only one way in, and they can be up in the window. They can be on the boardwalk over there, the little elbow section. They can be posted on the bottom right. So they were talking about their little back entrance going into A. So there's 2 different routes going into A. But the moral feedback is I'm definitely glad that if there's something that's a little OP or there's one entry point that you're having a really hard time getting in, they're willing to adjust that for overall flow of the game, which is cool. So yeah, anyway, guys, there isn't one brand new map coming out, 2 new characters. Stay tuned for that. Ranked is apparently, from what I've heard, coming out next week, so that's going to be pretty big. And it might even drop tomorrow on the new update because they postponed the store for 24 hours.
Now, keep in mind, to get into ranked matches, once it does drop, you've got to play, I think it's 20 games.
Yeah. You have to have 20 games played.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to backtrack it or start up and make sure their system is working for 20 games.
Yeah.
It being a beta. So keep that in mind. You may have to play some games to get into the rank. They may not backfeed the games because it's a beta and they need to test the system.
And then lastly, when you are playing your ranked matches, they said it's solely going to be on your win rate. So the most important thing, 80% is winning, and then the other 20% is your personal performance. If you're doing great and your team is losing, you're probably going to hold your rank. You're not going to drop down, so you don't have to worry about it. Next up, we got updates coming to the website. So some big things there. That's going to be moving forward into May. I'll let Gator take on that one.
If you go to the website and you see under construction, just know that we're redoing the entire website, new everything. There's going to be a whole fresh look coming to the Windfall website. And keep an eye out there for any other announcements that's linked to Twitter and things like that. There, it's a good play. It's a good source. It's going to be a good source, a good starting point to see all of our content in one generalized place when it's done.
Yeah, and
that's about all I can releasing that.
And honestly, I see you in chat. I'm not gonna name names or anything and give you that much credit, but towards the end of the podcast, in just a minute, we're gonna go over social medias and I'll explain how we did that. So just in case you were wanting some success down your alley, brother.
Yes, Entity. All new merch will be coming out
We'll explain it
soon, but that's gonna be part of an announcement later on about that.
So yeah, on the
Wait.
website.
Real quick on merch. If they want this jersey, they can DM me
Yeah, hey,
and they get a jersey.
Yeah.
you want a
I get
Windfall
these
jersey?
jerseys made, but the thing is the jerseys aren't free. So if you want a jersey, I have to give you a price. I have your name, whatever number you like, and this logo. So if you want a jersey, just DM me. I'll give you the price. If you want it, then we go ahead and get it made and shipped to you.
But I'm gonna tell you now, you cannot have number 0.
Yeah, or 24. I'll let you know what numbers aren't taken. But anyways, just throwing it out there.
And then down the road, we'll have like a OG Windfall jersey giveaway,
And-
maybe.
On top of it, if you have not won a championship, don't try to get number 23.
All right. So, you guys heard it here first. You can definitely get a jersey. Just DM Revo, WF Revo in the Discord.
Also 24 and 8 are off limits unless you want one as well.
No, I mean,
I have 24.
Okay, go ahead.
no, you're good, man. So yeah, the website's gonna be updated in May. So if the website has some downtime for a day or two, don't panic or anything. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about it on the website. Do you want to save the big announcement for the end, or? We'll get there. All right.
Yeah.
No, actually, I guess it is time. I mean, looking at what we have left, to be honest.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let them all know so that they can ask the questions they have about it, because they're going to have about 15 million freaking questions about it, and we'll get into it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me know in chat. Let me see you guys in the chat. Let me know if you're ready for the announcement, because it's coming. Give me just a second to pull this up. I want to do it right. Don't want to show it too quick there. Actually, I'm going to have to go back, actually. They're going to see it. It's all good. We'll just do this. All right, so you see it right there on the screen. Windfall is actually now sponsored as a couple days ago. We are a sponsored team. So we are sponsored by Geeks Unleashed. They are going to be helping us in a major way with PCs, PC giveaways, PCs for my players, helping people on Twitch. There's just a lot. There's so many positives coming with this. I can't.
All new merch.
Yep, brand new merchandise coming out. New hoodies, new T-shirts, new socks. You want Windfall undies? We got it.
Joggers, let us know.
Yep, we're doing joggers. If you want,
we will be putting up a link or a channel in the Discord for suggestions of particular clothing items you would like to see. Also, if you want to see like headset with Windfall on the side of it,
custom mouse game pads, custom mouses. Yeah. You want WF on your mouse? We can do it.
Stickers, whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Input. We need input this week because we're going to finalize things this weekend as far as what merch will be coming out.
But definitely shout out to them. That is actually their logo that I have on screen right there for you guys. Geeks Unleashed is going to be a one-stop shop for streamers, content creators, PC lovers, PC buyers, the whole 9 yards, man. So it's a really big partnership that we have going on with them. I'm very excited about it. I took my time getting into it, making sure that Windfall had what we needed and they had what they needed for a true partnership, as well as something that I can bring to the table for my top content creators and players to benefit them on Twitch, on Mixer, trying to get a couple more viewers under the belt because we do everything organically. So... anyway, but yeah, it's definitely going to be good for everybody in Windfall. So I'm very excited to see what kind of concepts we come up with. A brand new merch line, I'm a hoodie guy myself.
Yes.
We're gonna have hats. We're gonna have hats,
Beanies.
beanies. you name it. If you want to see it in the merch, let us know. Message us on Discord. Leave a comment on here. What kind of merchandise that is your favorite that you'd like to see. And then we're also something that's kind of cool and in the works, kind of in the ballpark of our streamers and content creators and players. It's going to help in the avenue of you have a self-image. You know what I'm saying? If you've got something that you bring to the table yourself, or you have your own, if Crazy Truck's down here, I know he was a streamer before. If he's wanting to do some things on clothes for himself or things like that, they're a one-stop shop for streamers and PCs. So overall, it's going to be really awesome.
And just to hop in here real quick for Looney, there are 2 Windfall sponsored PCs, both a blue and a red, one for AMD, one for Intel.
Intel all the way, by the way.
Yep.
AMD,
hey, WF Blue.
Blue,
Right
bro.
here, dude,
Intel
yeah.
all the way. Gator. Oh, no.
WF red all the way
Intel out
because,
here.
I mean,
Hey.
y'all go ahead.
Hey.
Intel, bro.
I'm more affordable. I'm
All right,
sorry.
guys. Also, I want to know seriously, guys, if you haven't commented yet on this video, I'm going to show you guys this picture and then go ahead and drop a comment. Just type red or blue. I am in charge of the WF Blue. Let me know how you
Put it
feel
up
about
here.
the specs. Let me know how you feel about the PC. Let me know. Gator up top here, he is WF Red. All right, so, pick your fave. Do whatever you want there. Let me pull this up for you guys.
Be a goblin.
Oh, shit.
So here we are, guys.
Intel all the way.
For real. 3 against 1, that's all I'm saying.
So,
It's okay. I'm just I
Right.
put it together.
yeah, let us know in the comments. Just put WF Red or WF Blue. And then I'm actually pulling up. I think we're a little bit
No.
delayed here.
I got you, Theo, brother. Goblin all the way, homie. I got you, homie.
So these are going to be the PCs. You got a lot of different upgrade options on these as well. They're going to be slick. That's all I'm going to say to you. We've even got it in talks with them where if you want the WF logo on the side panel,
Red does look a
Acid
little
etching
better. Sure.
will be available at some point. They're getting their etcher in. They're getting their etcher in now, so it's gonna take a while for them to set it up before it's available. It's there to click as an upgrade, but it's not available at the moment. It is coming, however.
on top of that, guys, the red and the blue logo, they are just now getting their website up as of 2 days ago, all right? So we are actually having a team revamp the WF logo, the blue and the red. Trust me, it's a rough sketch. Don't hate on it too much. I know how you Fortnite community people are. You'll hate on something instantly, all right? You got to give us a shot here. My God, give us a chance. But it's going to look sick. It's going to look amazing. You guys are going to love it. It's definitely going to be a product that is going to last. One of the biggest things that these guys are doing that no other PC company is doing, and one of the reasons we wanted to partner with them, is they are going to give you a 3-year warranty.
For free.
For free.
Yes.
For free.
Something goes
Free.
wrong, that's
And
2 years. Boom.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take any PC spec that's on that site right now. Go to Outbound Power, and I want you to click on the top tier PC parts and tell me if you can get it cheaper.
Yeah.
We're gonna take that next. I've already done it today, and when you add the warranty in and everything else, you're gonna be running about $500 more on Outbound Power.
Exactly. And I know that
I have just been informed too that the etching is available now.
it's already available. It's already available.
That's how fast it works, fellas.
Hey,
That's how fast it goes.
so it's there and it's gone. No, but anyway, guys, I mean, I don't know if you could tell. I mean, me and Gator are kind of lighting up here, but we've been in works for a couple of weeks on this, man. And there's a lot of times where I definitely, if I did act stressed out one day or something like that, it's just we've been really working hard, and I've been trying to make sure that Windfall, excuse me, is going to be in the right hands. And I've got people that I'm going to be talking to while I'm gone to make sure that everything's running well. And this is something that I'm really proud of, man. It's a step in the right direction, and this is going to bring a lot of things to the table that we couldn't do before. And even helping out people that we need to help out. So, anyway, guys, go check out their website at geeksunleash.com. That's geeksunleash.com. I'll definitely add it underneath the description down below, so you guys can check out their PCs. They have a lot of different custom builds, even from Geeks Unleashed themselves. They got a lot of different PC options for you guys, and like I said, we're going to be working with on some accessories and things like that with Windfall, and I'm really excited to see what's coming in the future on that. So.
You got entry level all the way up to fucking God tier. And by the way, Sammy, I know for a fact there will be iPhone cases.
Why is he an iPhone guy?
I've got an iPhone, so there will be an iPhone case. I don't know about all y'all, any of y'all that may be using non-iPhones. You know, I don't know why, but there will be iPhone cases.
The iPhone cases. Are we gonna have Droid cases, or is it just, you know, you gotta keep that 50-50, man. You know.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Listen, I've been in the phone industry, man. There's a lot of droiders out there, dude.
It's gonna depend on what we have available. That's what I'm saying. We'll know more going into next week.
Yeah.
More of that's gonna be up. We're gonna be hitting y'all with some stuff y'all can look at. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, man, it's awesome to announce this finally. It's awesome to say that, you know, we broke 4K on YouTube this week. We're almost at 200 subs on YouTube. We got people hating on Windfall this week because we're getting recognized so much. We got a sponsor in the works. It's completed. You know what I'm saying? Still working on it. Awesome to announce it to you guys. So I definitely hope you guys check those out. Let us know what you think about them. I personally worked with Windfall Blue, and Gator's working with Windfall Red. So it's kind of two campaigns, but we definitely want to make sure that AMD and Intel players are taken care of. That's something that was really important to us too. Let me go ahead and take this off now.
Yep. And we looked at budget-minded builds as well.
Yeah. Yep. Lastly, I do want to add this. Keep this in mind, guys, right now. There's a lot of things going on with quarantine and things like that, so prices are going to fluctuate right now. Just know that. Don't sit there and look at a price and think, "Oh God, it's going to be that forever." It's not. Prices are fluctuating right now, so that's all I'm going to say. Yeah. But anyway, got anything else to say on that?
I mean, if we have any more questions, we can bring our rep from them in here, but other than that, not really.
Yeah. New merchandise. Boom, boom. Also, we're going to have... Hey, here's something we missed. I'm glad we do notes, man. So another thing with the sponsorship, we're going to have a personal Windfall Esports 5% off code as well, okay? Not really going to talk about it on stream, but I do have some other things that are going to be in the works for higher tier WF people as well. But overall, we'll have a 5% off code, and we'll have some things you can put on your stream to show off that we're sponsored by them. They're also going to be being put on our website, and we are now on their website as well. All right. So definitely give them a shout out, give them a follow them on social, show some support.
And speaking about that too, there is a banner on our website that if you click, will automatically put the code in it anytime you go to checkout.
There you go. And then go ahead.
The site, I would appreciate everyone that goes to the site to use the banner a time or two, because we have analytics that we need to keep up with that will help a lot too, to help us later on down the line.
Basically what we're saying is, if you buy a PC, make sure to put the Windfall discount code at a 5%, put our name on it, slap it on there, sticker it on there, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mom, tell anybody you care about, make sure it's Windfall.
Speaking of, little Miss Jeannie there needs a PC for herself. They have starter level PCs over there too at an affordable price that will get her through all of her Facebook games, and she can enjoy herself, and you can have her out of your hair for a little bit, fellas.
Yeah. They definitely have PC pricings for everything. Yeah. But just know the Windfall prices are going to be a little bit higher. But we wanted to get in there, you know, we want them to be high quality WF PCs. Last up on the docket, we got social medias. And I know someone in chat earlier was super excited for this topic, so this is just for you, bud. Yeah. So basically, first up, Instagram, we got some new videos that are in the works. Stay tuned. Our Instagram has been killing it, and that's all to this guy right here named Revo. He absolutely does amazing work for me. He takes a huge load off my back. That's a whole social media platform that really I just trust it's going to be done right, and when I check it, we're killing it. We've had a lot of success on Instagram. We got a lot of videos that we could easily put up on there, and I definitely apologize for kind of slacking off there for about a week, maybe even 2 weeks. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on in the world right now, and we've all had a lot of stuff going on in the background with that sponsorship that we just announced. So we're going to get back on track with that. We appreciate the support. You guys are hitting 10K, 15K. I don't think we've hit 15,000 yet, but we definitely had one close. I can't even, from my point of view, man, that's a lot of views. Like, I remember when I was excited when we hit 3,000 views on a video, I was jumping up and down, and we have some videos that are 13,000 where people are like, they think we're inflating these numbers because we're getting so many views. So
we got excited over 100.
Oh my God! Yeah, it did. 100
It's the top of
subs.
the world,
100 subs.
dog.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm saying 100 views. Shit, that video got 100 views over there today.
We're the
Next
true.
up, oh, shit, we got 6K, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and going real quick on the Instagram, I do need help with getting content in. So
Yeah.
the thing that I'm struggling with is that I have Crazy, Haxer, and Zolit. Those are the only people that are sending me in clips for the Instagram.
And that's going to be
So-
okay, because I talked about this a little bit earlier. I don't think you were
Mhm.
here yet.
Okay.
But we're going to be revamping some of our content stuff to help get people's names more out there, at which
Uh-huh.
point we're going to get with specific players in specific positions
Uh,
where they're going to be given more content in so that we can guide people more toward their content as well, which in
Mhm.
turn is going to give you more content to post there. It's going to give us more content to make a video out of, put on YouTube. And
Mhm.
all in all, it's going to be here is our guys, this is what they're going to do, and it's going to help everybody in the long run. Yes,
Yeah.
Brownie, you can.
yeah, I'm obviously going to go over the content. A lot of people have sent me a lot of content, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm trying to make sure the Instagram is always popping. Like I said, we're beginning 13K views, 5K views. And it's because I like to hand select certain content. So
Yep.
if you do have content that you're giving to me, I am looking at it. I might be saving it for later. There's a couple people where I am saving for you to send me more clips because I'll use like 2 or 3 of your clips. So keep sending me clips, and I'll try to get it up on the Instagram. And yeah,
So
So
Theo,
I
asks,
agree. I agree.
Theo asks in chat, would you take clips from me, or do I have to be part of the team? Like officially part of the team, because right now I'm just waiting for Valorant tryouts and stuff.
I'll take a look at them for sure. And if we do use it, I will
Credit.
obviously credit you. But overall, it's going to be for Windfall content. So if you're okay with it being for Windfall content and you getting credit, I'm all for it. But obviously, I'm going to watch it, make sure it's good content, you know. And that goes for anybody. If you want to send me content, I'll take a look at it. Just send it to me through a Google shareable drive, and I'll take a look at whatever you guys send me.
Agreed. And then next up, we got on our YouTube, we got a 3v3 finals video that'll be coming out this week. And we also, something else I wanted, the 3v3 finals, definitely take a look if you don't watch the entire thing because it is a little long. Definitely tune into the very last game. It was very intense. I actually casted it myself. It wasn't the best casting. I do my best. I'm not a caster. I'm not a professional caster. I've seen a lot of casting, so I try. So if you can overlook my annoying voice, definitely give the video a check. It was a very, very sweaty tournament, and I really enjoyed watching it and how it turned out in the finals. The other thing we did, we have a video coming out that nobody has done yet in Valorant. I'm not really going to give too many spoilers away on it. We're working pretty hard to make sure the video is edited really well. But I can tell you that it was a gun game challenge. Pretty poggers. I think you guys are going to really enjoy the video. It's something nobody has done in the game yet, and I think it's a very fun video to watch, especially in a game that is that sweaty. So I hope you guys enjoy that content. And then in Discord, we hit over 30 nitro boosts this week, which is pretty crazy. I wanted to shout that out. So if you guys are, if you're in the Discord, if you're not great, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. If you're in the Discord and you're nitro boosting, I just want to give you guys a shout out, man. I never ask people to nitro boost. You're nitro boosting. That just shows support. So any kind of support like that, we appreciate it, and you guys are awesome. Yeah.
I also want to pop out there too. I believe we're going to put up a suggestion channel in the Discord. If you take it
Suggestion box.
seriously, if anything you put in there is out of context, it will be deleted. I'm going to tell you right now, because it's things that are going to help us grow and help you grow as a whole. To take it as kind of a toward the business side of it here, for any like content you would like to see, anything you would like to see on the website, think we need your input, because Windfall, while we may run it, own it, whatever you want to call it, it is yours. It is what we're building for you. It is to give you a future in the gaming industry.
Hey, I'm
So
gonna
we
tell you
wanna know
guys
what
something
you want.
too. I'm gonna tell you this. And this isn't just for the pro players of Windfall. If you go to an event, if you go to a Counter-Strike event, you go to a League of Legends event, a Dota 2 event, you go to a Fortnite World Cup event, you go. Understand that when you enter that arena, whether you're a viewer or a competitor, you're gonna love it. I've never met somebody who went to an event and didn't like it. I went to E3, and I'm a competitive nature player. I went to E3 just to have a good time, and it was one of the best trips I've ever gone on. That was one of the reasons I was actually not at that last tournament, because I just left LA. But just understand that we care about our community, right? So when we're at these events, guys, if you guys want to come say hi, you guys want to, you want to hang out with us, great. Come on, come to the event, see how we're doing. I'll say hi, I mean,
I'll tell
we're
you
all
now.
pretty chill.
That's the one thing that will unite all gamers. My first con was before most of y'all's parents were born. I'm talking 1996, the inaugural Quake
Hey,
con.
hey, I was 5.
Competed in it. 1996, competing in there, sitting across from big names in the industry then, playing against them. People y'all don't even have a clue who they even are. Like Indubious. I mean, none of y'all even know who Indubious is. He was one of the greatest gamers to ever freaking live when it came to pure mechanical aim and movement. But it is there are memories that will last you forever, regardless of however old you get. There are things you're always going to look back on, just because you're there with people who have the same love as you do, because that's what it's about.
Yeah. So all you guys are welcome. Definitely, if you guys, like I said, are not in the Discord yet, be sure to check out our Discord. Join our Discord. Sorry, join our community. You're always welcome to message one of the higher ups. Revo's always here. Zolik's always there. Message Akona, Crazy Trucks, Haxard. I would probably start there. And then as well as that, last but not least of the podcast, I know it's been a long one. Our social media goals. When we hit 250 subs on all social medias, we are actually going to do a giveaway.
Yes, sir.
So stay tuned for that. If you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please drop a subscribe. Post notifications on there as well would be much appreciated. I think all of us in Windfall have our own little series of what we like to do. I've even, in doing this journey, I've kind of figured out what I like to do on YouTube, which is kind of weird. I never thought I would have my own little niche on YouTube. So no matter what it is, if it's your Fortnite content, your Fortnite montages, your Fortnite pub stomping, you want Fortnite competitive videos, you want IRL videos, you want in-game competition level, you want to see IRL videos of the WF team, that's also going to be something that someone asked me what I want in the next year of Windfall. There's going to be a lot more IRL content. Believe that. I'm very firm on IRL content, and I want to get to know my players in person and have some good memories with them. So stay tuned for that. Check out our Twitter. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for all updates, all the updates. We were talking about Discord. A lot of the updates, I couldn't keep up. I used to wake up to 60 DMs a day. I couldn't do it anymore. We got to the point where it was kind of driving me a little nuts. So DM me if it's something very serious. I will let you know. I will reply to you. If I don't, it's not that I'm dodging you or something or ghosting. I just get busy, for real, on a real note. And sometimes I like to just relax for a minute. I have to stay sane, right?
And then on that, like Taylor was saying, just DM Taylor if it's really important. If not, DM me,
Yeah.
Blizzard, Crazy, Zolik, Taylor T. Smith. He is one of the owners, obviously him and Gator. But overall, if you have honest questions, there's nothing that me, Blizzard, Crazy, Zolik, Okona, Haxer that we'll answer it for you. So
Touch on something too when you're done here, so let me know when you're done.
yeah, just basically that's it. Just don't send everything towards Taylor. He has enough on his plate. So does Gator. We're all there. We're all family. We're all in it together. So no matter what, even if I can't give you the answer, I'm gonna ask. So don't hesitate to ask me. Like I said, anybody in management, we're happy to answer your guys' questions.
Okay, so I got a little comment here, and yes, Sammy, I'm just gonna come out on the second part of your comment here about we're doing things that benefit WF, and WF comes first. WF is the brand. It's not only our brand; it's your brand too. WF, yes, it comes first, but when I say WF comes first, I don't mean our brand. I mean our players. That's what we pride ourselves on, because without our players, we don't have a brand. So I don't want anyone to ever think that we put the brand above the family, because that's what we're trying to build here as a family.
I don't want to go to an
Our
event and
brand.
win something and have no one care.
Yes, our brand's gonna be our brand. We're gonna keep our brand to where it needs to be, but we're also here to help the players as individuals.
Yeah. My overall goal with Windfall is, it's in our motto, guys. You know, we win together, we fall together, we come back stronger. So if I don't have people that care that we're winning, even if sometimes it takes winning a lot to, you know, make a name, and I know that. But I'm gonna tell you at the same time, I care about every single person. Okay, if you're, I don't care if you're wearing a Windfall T-shirt. I don't care if you have a Windfall sticker on your hand and you're wearing no merch or anything, and you're just like, yo, I really like Windfall. Like, I like what you guys do. I like your positivity. I like your players. I like what they're doing. Just know that means a lot to me, and it hits me on a deep level. Sometimes there's times where I get very, very busy, but there's never a time at the end of the day where I don't sit back and think like, wow, like, I'm very appreciative. So you guys are all awesome. Know that. I love all you guys. And I love all the hard work. Before I end the podcast, make sure to check out Revo. He streams on Twitch. He does.
Time out 1 second here. I'm gonna post a link in the chat right here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go and vote tonight with Windfall Red or Windfall Blue. Winner will be picked tonight.
Blue.
PSA just.
Bro, you interrupted me for that. Oh my god! Hey, listen, Blue's gonna win, dude.
Our players are gonna get the money when Red wins here because Red is the
listen.
motherfucking champ. I don't give a shit what y'all say.
All right, man. Whatever, dude.
Blue takes dubs all day.
Hey, all right. For real though, check out, look us up on Twitch. We're on Twitch. We got a lot of streamers. Check out. This is Revo right here. I think what's your Twitch? Tell them your socials, your Twitch handle.
My Twitch is Revo WF. My YouTube is Revo. I'm actually, you can see me in the podcast series going crazy. I'm gonna type in the chat so you know that's my YouTube channel. My Twitch is Revo FN, and yeah, I mean just follow WF and you're following me. So you don't just follow WF and you're following me.
Yep. And by the way, guys, no, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna go there.
No regrets. No regrets. No regrets.
All right. So something that I noticed was on Twitch. You know, I've gotten some DMs about, hey, you got the Windfall Twitch. I never see Windfall live. I've got some ideas on what I want to do with the Windfall stream. I want you to know that. A lot of these other teams, smaller teams in general that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about FaZe, right? Okay. But a lot of these smaller teams that are our main competition, they're just sitting there casting these tournaments, right? Casting. I'm saving the Windfall Twitch. When the Windfall Twitch goes live, you know something's happening you want to tune in for, okay? Meaning IRL events, whether we're cliff diving, whether I'm doing some really crazy, you know what I'm saying, where you're like, I need to watch this. Whether I do a surprise party for Revo, whether Zolik is flying in, has no idea that I'm even going to be there and all of WF's going to be there. We're going to do some really crazy stuff that I've planned out. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to ruin all that stuff, so just know that there is going to be some content on the Windfall channel. We will do some more, maybe even some general content, but I want to make sure that we're bringing something fresh to the table, just like FaZe did back in 2010, right? And that's always on the docket. So anyway, be sure to check out WF Revo on Twitch. Social media handles, did you give him those? He's got them going. Yeah. And then Crazy Trucks down here that you can't, that was my wall down here. He's kind of blending. He's camoed. He's here. Okay. Crazy Trucks is a streamer on Twitch as well. Go ahead and give him your Twitch handle and social medias. Are you still here, Crazy?
My Twitch handle is going to be at Crazy Trucks _. Same thing for my Twitch. Twitter and Twitch, same exact thing. Instagram is going to be WF _Crazy Trucks. YouTube is just Crazy Trucks. I haven't uploaded there in a while. But that's about all from me.
Yep, and Crazy Trucks, if you're in the Destiny community, does some crazy stuff in Destiny, some trials, carries, the whole 9 yards. Revo, you got your Fortnite right here by Revo. We got if any of my other WF players that are in the chat right now, go ahead and post your stream so they can drop a follow, know where to get it. Look for Zolik. I think this is WF Zolik on Twitch. You got Haxards. I think it's Haxards with a Z on the end. Haxard, Haxard. Go ahead and check him out. He's got some great stream content. I love that kid as well. So anyway, we got a lot of good streamers, man. Be sure to check them out. We're up and coming. We got a lot of other streamers on the docket with this partnership and sponsorship we got going. So anyway, much love to you guys. Just remember, we win together, we fall together, we come back stronger. Win WF the F up. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. We wouldn't be here without you. We appreciate you. Until the next podcast, we'll see you guys next time.
Yep. See you guys next time. WF the fuck up.
Have fun.